Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Before we get into today's subject matter, which is an actual doozy, ladies and gentlemen, it has to do with a Muslim man asked a challenging question and he doesn't really know how to respond because the question that he's asked is quite a good question. Now, before we get into that, though, I want to let you all know about the woke dingbat shirts. We live in a world at the moment where we're trying to combat wokeness, and I imagine that if you guys wore the woke dingbat t-shirt outside, you're going to have some very interesting, crazy conversations. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? They are now $40. That is cheap. Okay. That is cheap for a good quality t-shirt to be wearing out and about. And why in the world are you guys waiting? Yes, I do ship internationally as well. So for my international friends, you guys are going to have some even more impactful conversations, I'm sure. So for those of you that have already ordered as well, I will get them out to you as soon as I possibly can. I'm waiting on the manufacturer, which does take a little bit of time. So have a little bit of patience with me. But you can get yours right now. Link is available in the show description to make it easier for you all. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about how this Muslim man was asked a very simple, challenging question. I guess you could consider it. Well, it wasn't that challenging, right? It was a simple question, but the Muslims seem to think that it was a rather challenging question to answer because, well, as we know, when Muslims are given a very difficult question to answer, usually they just spiral and they do a kind of a weave, and they're not very good at answering tough questions. A lot of them I've seen. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Have a watch of this. And the question may actually surprise some of you, believe you me. Have a watch.
Why do you live in a white country rather than your own country? You live in London.
Not a white country.
Why do you live in a white country? I'm sorry?
It's not a white country because I want to tell people about Islam. And if I stay in a Muslim country, they're already Muslims. So there's no point of me telling them about Islam, right? So I have to be in a place where people are not Muslim, right? So if I'm in the UK, there is a lot of people who are from different religions, different faiths, where I can have dialogue, because this is what I do, right? Interfaith, religious discourse, and all of that. So I engage with different people.
Could a Christian move to a Muslim country and freely and openly convert the people from Islam to to Christian?
Well, ideally, under Islamic law, no, you're not allowed to, because Christianity is false, while Islam is the truth. You don't allow these harmful ideologies to infiltrate into our people.
When tolerance becomes a one-way street, it leads to cultural suicide. When I am able to fly to Saudi Arabia with my Bible in hand, with my cross around my neck, to go to Mecca and go to a church, then guess what? We're good to go. But until that point, we have to understand the objectives and the goals that...
Wow, what about that, right? So here's the thing. Muslims come to Western countries because apparently, according to this so-called Muslim scholar, he's coming to these Western Christian countries so that he can spread all about Islam. He wants to convert people from whatever religion they are to Islam. So do you really believe what this Muslim scholar is saying to be true? And you even heard him. So the host of this show asked a brilliant question. So would you be allowed, if you are a Christian in a Muslim country, would you be allowed to be a Christian and witness and share the gospel? But you know what? In a Muslim country, that's illegal. That is outlawed. But in a Western Christian country, you're allowed to be free to worship whoever you want. Man, that is a stark difference, isn't it? So this man says it, the Muslim scholar, he goes, oh, because Islam is the truth and Christianity is not. So that's his reason as to why you're not allowed to share Christianity. Let me just pose this very, very important question for you all to actually consider, especially to this Muslim scholar, right? So if I've got the truth and I know that I've got the truth, why are you so afraid of the truth being heard? So Christians say that we've got the truth, but yet you're not allowed to spread this truth in a Muslim country. So why is the Muslim country so afraid of something they consider not to be the truth? Oh, that's interesting. But Christianity doesn't hide at all. They're not afraid of any other religion. You know why that is? Because they know And we're not afraid because we've got the truth at hand. But Muslims, they're so afraid of any other religion exposing their religion as being wrong and corrupt that they've got to, nothing says my religion is great, then making another religion illegal in your very own country. Yeah, so you can't question at all because Islam is right. But yeah, Christianity is not. So guess what? Because we're right and Christianity is wrong, we're going to outlaw Christianity. But in Christian countries, we don't outlaw Islam. What a distinct difference there that is. Have you ever heard something so insane? It's because the truth doesn't hide. It is in plain sight. You can challenge it all you want, but guess what? It's going to remain the truth, isn't it? So Muslims are so scared and so afraid that what are they got to do? They got to outlaw it. And then they've got to come to Western countries to be free from the Islamic rule, because the Islamic rule is one that creates bondage, doesn't it? Oh, I can't admit that because I would be an apostate, and I don't. You know what happens to apostates? If I claim to be a Muslim man, I'm gone. So that's a religion for you. So if you do the wrong thing, if you criticize Islam in any kind of way, and if you claim to be a Muslim, like this Muslim scholar does, he's come here, he's come to the Western world to spread his religion. But yet he's not allowed to criticize his religion. Otherwise, you're gone. And secondly, he claims that his religion is the truth and Christianity is not. So, mate, I'm sorry to break the news to you, but your religion is one with a set of rules and structures that is oppressive. Haven't you noticed that? But Christianity, they'll say, oh, it's definitely oppressive. Oh, you're worshiping a false god. God ain't oppressive at all. He wants you to willingly come to him. But Islam, you must submit. Submit to the rulings of Muhammad because Muhammad said so. Right. And ignore everything wrong that Muhammad could have possibly said. Just ignore it. Made a video the other day of the sheik talking to Sneeko, paying people $200-something, ripping them off majorly. And if someone wants to question you're a cafe, hang up the phone. You can't question Islam. Don't even bother questioning Islam. Oh, I can defend Islam like this poor excuse of a Muslim scholar is doing. I can try and defend it by going, Christianity is wrong. And I can try and show you where it's wrong. But every time you try and show where Christianity is wrong, you fall flat on your face. And you can only do this kind of stuff in a Western country. You wouldn't be able to do it in an Islamic country because you've got bondage there. It's oppressive. One religion allows freedom. The other religion does not. Which religion do you want to follow, ladies and gentlemen? I wonder. I like the guy asking, why do you come to a white Christian country in the first place? Oh, we want to spread our religion around. So, yeah, we can't do that in a Muslim country. It's illegal. But we can definitely do it in a Western country. How about that, right? Anyway, that's enough from me, but you guys take care. Be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.